Hey friends, happy Monday, happy beginning of the work week. Welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So once you hop on the live this evening, or you hop on the replay at a later date, please feel free to say hi in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. I happen to be in central Kansas. And how are you all after the fall back? Tell me how you are coping with the time change today. I do want to let you know I am live in 2 locations this evening, so if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person is probably watching from a different platform. And if at any time you like this project and you, if any time during the project, if you like what you see, and you would like to help out my channel, please feel free to spread the craft love all over Facebook. Hit that heart button, hit that thumbs up button, and tag your crafty friend and invite them to watch along with you. That not only helps my channel, but that also helps you. It tells the algorithm that you like this kind of content, and the algorithm will start pushing out content like this to your feed. So you're helping me get seen by new eyeballs, and you're helping, and then I'm helping you out by getting more content like this into your algorithm. Whew, that was hard to spit out. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera. Sorry, looks like I'm getting some, I must have made it because I've been getting a lot more trolls lately. So, okay, we flipped the camera. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door, and he says it is dark out. Yes, when I left work a little after 5, the sun was starting to set, and that is a bummer. But I did hear some a meteorologist on Facebook posted why if we stayed in if I can remember correctly, if we stay in daylight savings time, the summer wouldn't change, but in the winter, the sun would set at 8, which would be nice, but it wouldn't rise until 9 a.m. And if we stayed in standard time, it would get dark at 5. The winter wouldn't change, but in the summer, it would get dark at 5:30 p.m. and the sun would rise at 4:30 a.m. and I am not about that at all. So that may have changed my mind a little bit about getting rid of some of the time changes, but oh well. Okay, so sorry, I went off on a little tangent. So we are playing with the Club Couture transfer in kit for this month. This one is called Winter Wonderland. It is a size B transfer, and it is exclusive to Club Couture members. This one is super cute. So it is a reusable silkscreen transfer that's reusable about 8 to 12 times depending on how well you take care of it. Because it is reusable and I need to return it to this carrier sheet, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to write the name of the transfer on the back, or you can just write the word back on the back. That way, when I'm all finished cleaning it, it's all dry and ready to be stored away. I know that it goes on this side, not this side. So then let's push that to the side. You also get a couple of coordinating paste or ink singles. So this month, the two of the paste singles are Black Velvet and Bright White. And then we also get a chalk paste sample of something called Something Borrowed. And this happens to be the color of the month. So we're going to open that up. So this month's color is called Something Borrowed. You can unlock the ability to purchase a 3-ounce jar of Something Borrowed with a $75 order. And something that changed last month, it is not available all month long anymore. It is only available through the 15th of each month or while supplies last. So if it sells out before the 15th, it will just go away. And if it's still available, but it's the calendar hits the 15th of the month, it will also go away. So make sure if you want the color of the month that you submit an order to unlock the ability to purchase the color of the month. So this month you happen to get 3 paste singles, and then you also get a coordinating chalkable or inkable surface. This month it happens to be a really cute surface that comes in a couple of pieces. If I can get it Benita says she was wondering when I was going to be on today. Yeah, I was just a little late. I got comfy on the couch. I need to just schedule these during the day so that I've got a schedule set, and that way I know I just need to come on. So the coordinating shape this month has a lot of pieces. So it comes with this, excuse me. It comes with this back piece that is 9 by 12-ish, and it has one piece that's on it. And then it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other pieces. And so what happens is this is going to get pasted on the back here. And then this is going to act as kind of a little window scene. So that is this month. And it also, so it comes with all of these pieces, and then it also comes with some foam adhesive squares. These are a little thicker than the adhesive squares that we used to get. They do have a little bit of dimension on them. So we're going to use those as well. Let's go ahead and get this guy started. I'm going to move these pieces out of the way. I'm going to move the transfer out of the way. Hello, Miss Mary. Hello and welcome. All 3 of you, Benita, Mary, and Jason, all say bless me. Well, thank you. That one came out of nowhere. Okay, so let's get Now, I think I just need one. So I'm going to pull out my tubs and I will put those in my stash. So we're going to use my tub of bright white and my tub of black. Mary, have you used were you using the club transfer earlier? I saw you were on live, but I didn't stop by. I should have. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit into this. My bright white is almost empty. I do have a spare. Mary says she hasn't used hers yet. I just watched the video, so kind of see. So I've watered down my chalk paste a little bit with some distilled water. So I'm just I'm going to paint the background a little bit. I'm not going to fuss with all of the edges, and I might just kind of make it. This probably isn't the best paintbrush to use for this, but I'm going to make it a little splotchy to kind of make it look like old barn wood a little bit. Mary says she's in a creative slump. Well, I wouldn't have. You're pretty creative. I've seen some of the stuff you've done lately. I'm just in an energetic motivation slump. I have 150 things that I want to get done, and that just usually stops me in my tracks. And then I don't get any of it done. I'm not going for perfect. Yeah, if you're in a creative slump, the club transfer is a great way to kind of get out of that. I think once you use it once, then that gives you other ideas, some jumping off points. Oops, not even in camera. Mary says that could be a problem, feeling overwhelmed. Yeah, that happens to me. If I have too much to do, then my body just and my brain says, nope, you're not going to do any of it. Okay, this is by far not perfect. In fact, I might sand some of it off just to give it a little bit more of a rustic look. We'll let that part dry. I should have started my Christmas projects like literally last Christmas. I should have started them. It got to be October 1st and I kind of started to panic because I haven't done anything, and I knew I had 2 open houses coming up for both of my vendor spaces, and then I think I'm going to be at a tree farm this year, but I need to get with the owner. I don't have any information, and that's like they open up the Friday after Thanksgiving. I have like 0 things. So, okay, let's get our black out. I'm going to try using a baby wipe and we'll see what happens. I do need to do this piece. We're going to do a little bit of painting with a baby wipe. Just for kind of a not such a stark black color. So kind of a hint of color without being so stark. Make sure I do the correct sides. So how's everyone dealing with the time change? This one doesn't usually bother me. I think it may be the extra hour of sleep. Let's pick a different spot. Has everyone checked out the Black Friday sales that kicked off last Friday? In fact, let's do a screen test because I think I may have figured out my audio issues. So let's see if I fixed it. So I'm going to switch screens. And Jason, if you would, once I switch to the Black Friday screen, will you text me and let me know whether I have audio or not? So this is this is part of the Black Friday deals that launched last Friday. So we have a couple of new surfaces, some of the chalk spot-ish type surfaces. They're not necessarily chalk spot, but they're the same type of material. They're this MDF that's kind of like great. Jason says I still have audio. Cool, I figured it out. So we have some 3D snowflakes. Those are $10 for the 2-piece snowflake. So actually you get 4 pieces. And then the Dixie Belle Sea Spray is also $10. And then there's a whole nother. Yep. And then part of that is all size A transfers, and then select surfaces are 50% off. And then there is a gift bag bundle that is available that is free with a $50 purchase. And then the next part of that is there's also a 3-pack of stars that is $7, and then a 4-pack of bookmarks. So if you remember back, we've done some acrylic bookmarks, and there's also some resin and mold bookmarks. So if you're not into the resin and you haven't really wanted to do the acrylic bookmarks, it might be a great I'm a mess. Those bookmarks, I'm kind of intrigued by those bookmarks, so I may have to order some of those. And these deals are good through let's see. Thanks, Mary. She said she heard me. Through the 9th. Or while supplies last, and designer and perks pricing applies. So that all those discounts apply to those Black Friday deals. So good deals, great little surfaces. There's been some size A's that you have your eye on. That would be a great way to pick those up. Be some great gift giving ideas for any of the creatives in your life. Okay, I think I've got those all stained. So here is what the surface looked like, and then here's what it looks like faux stained with black chalk paste and applied with a baby wipe. So we'll just get those drying. I clean up a little bit. If I don't clean up, especially black paste, I will end up wearing all of it. And then it will be all over my project. Ugh. Okay, let's put the lid on that. We're done with it for just a little bit. And then we'll get some of this dried. So who has their tree up already? Anybody? Bueller, anybody have their tree up? We got a new tree from Menards. It's beautiful. But I don't think we're going to put it up quite yet. Did we need a new tree? No. Did we think this one looks spectacular? Yes. Anita says she loves staining with baby wipes. I do too. It definitely makes it dry faster. It's very easy to apply. I think these must have been laser cut. When you heat them up, they smells like a bonfire in here. Okay, I'm gonna sand this down just a skosh to remove a. Hey, Miss Ashley. She says she bought a new tree last year. Sorry, this might be a little loud. I just want to remove a little bit of the paint. Kind of even it out a little bit. I don't have to worry about sanding the edges because those will be covered up. So, are you all clear light? Do you prefer clear lights or multicolored lights? And then second part, do you like twinkling lights or steady lights? Okay, so now we're going to wax, and I'm using my finishing wax from Minwax. You can use the Couture wax. Mine's still all upstairs. I haven't brought it down yet. I was trying to melt it to make it a little softer, but I haven't quite figured that out. So the wax acts as a protective barrier between our painted surface and our sticky back transfer. So it keeps the transfer from peeling up the paint, and it keeps the stickiness from the sticky transfer from sticking so much that it pulls or stretches or distorts when you're pulling it back up. Sorry, I hope that made sense. Words are not very easy this evening. Jason says he loves both. Depends on the setting, which you prefer. Multi-lights are more fun, clear or more elegant. Okay, so we waxed that. Now we need to get out a fuzzing cloth, and we get to bring in our transfer. So again, this is the Club Couture transfer for the month. It's called Winter Wonderland. So it's another one of those kind of watercolor-esque transfers. So we're going to fuzz it, which means just putting it on this terry cloth towel to knock back a little bit of the adhesive so it's not so sticky. Mainly I'm kind of just more worried about the bottom. There's a lot of silk screen toward the top of the transfer. I think that's probably good. Let's bring this in. So I'm just going to use oops. I'm going to bring it up just a skosh. I'm going to use the sides and the edges of the transfer to help line everything up. And ideally, you want all of the image to be within the window of, I think that'll work. Okay, I think we'll just go with that. I have to be a little careful up here. Oops. Let me get a squeegee. Reach for this guy. Benita says, so her mom, her best friend, and her aunt are coming Thursday, so you can do some crafting on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And they will head home Monday. She doesn't think she'll get much done, as she usually just helps guide them. That'll be fun. Let me know if you need anything. You're welcome to borrow anything. Trust me, I have plenty. I have more than I'll ever use. Okay, I'm going to pull out a new black because this black is, I've let it get dry on the sides and there's not a lot left on the bottom. So I'm going to open up a new one just so it's fresh. Clean off that foil. So I just have a small squeegee, which is funny calling this one a small squeegee. I'm just going to use what I have pulled out. I'm going to get maybe a little more. I'm going to have to be careful up here because I don't have a whole lot sticking. So I'm going to use a lighter hand up here. So I don't bubble up that part of the silk screen. And I'm just scraping it down to the silk screen areas. Making sure, ooh, I went over the edge a little bit, but my window pane will cover most of that. We're just going to pick up a little more. Slow down here, Robin. I'm going to pick up my excess and kind of even out my squeegee lines if I can. I'm going to put that back in my jar. And we're just going to pull it up. This is my favorite part. Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay, let me put my... Snowman looks a little dirty because I didn't get the white on very... I took off a lot more white than I probably should have, but we'll snazz him up a little bit. Medina says she wants to try torch paste, bought a small jar over a year ago, and your son-in-law bought you a heat gun to be able to do it. Don't be chicken. Just make sure you move the heat gun. Don't keep it in one place for too long. It's best probably to do it outside. I never have. I've always done it in my basement, but I have activated the smoke detectors upstairs. I would start small with like just a small, maybe little thing like that. Again, keep the heat gun going, move it back and forth all the time. Don't keep it in one stationary spot. And as you'll see it start to work and start to burn. But you should be fine. If I haven't torched my house yet, you should be fine. But Ashley says she loves it, and Jason is admiring the detail. Try getting that with vinyl. I still use vinyl from time to time, but I cannot do detail like that with vinyl. I would throw it out the window trying to weed it, for one thing. And two, I would probably lose half of it while trying to weed it. It would not be fun. So I have a few little spots that didn't work, but I'm just going to chalk that up to distress. Actually, I think it is built into the transfer. So these are super easy to clean. You just need a water source, like a tub of water or a sink or a wet board eraser and a spray bottle. You just need water. And then I air dry them for about 20 minutes, sticky side up. You know what? That's a total lie. Mine get dried pretty much overnight because I'm done with my lives probably 9:30. I wash them. I leave them. Sometimes they get put back on the next morning. Most of the time they get put back on a day or two when I'm live next. And they actually end up more sticky than when they started. So I cannot tell a lie, but ideally you should probably only let them air dry for about 20 minutes. So there's that. Okay, so we're going to just actually open this Something Borrowed. Again, this is the color of the month. It is only available through the 15th of the month or while supplies last. You can unlock the ability to purchase a 3-ounce tub of Something Borrowed when you place an order of $75 or more. So to use one of these little paste singles, it's like a gigantic ketchup packet. I just usually cut the corner off. And you do kind of want to knead it, especially if you've had one for a minute or two. Knead it a little bit, and then you're just going to squeeze a little bit onto a color tray or like a dinner plate. I would try to avoid paper if you can. I don't know. What, Mary, what do you use? If you're going to use paper, maybe one of the wax paper wax plates, because if you use like the paper plates, it's going to probably absorb a lot of the water. That would be my guess anyway. Okay, I'm going to get out. So this is supposed to, when I watched the instructional video, they just did some watercoloring with their Something Borrowed. So I've wet it down with some distilled water. And then you're going to give some highlights to the water and some highlights to the snowman. And I am not a watercolor artist, but we're going to give it a whirl. So I just have a little paintbrush. I sprayed a little bit of water onto my glass mat. I'm going to pick up some so this part I believe is the water. Hopefully we don't mess anything up. And be very careful because you're putting water up against black. So if you touch the black, you may reactivate it. And that usually is kind of messy. You'll end up with... I probably won't do all the water. Just highlighting around the edges. And if you don't want to use Something Borrowed, you could use gray, like Storm. You could use a little bit of Ocean Mist if you don't have Something Borrowed. I lied, I'm doing all the water. There is what that looks like. Just a hint. I'm going to do a little bit. To carry the pond over here. Oops. Ashley says pretty color. It's kind of an odd, well, it's an odd name for the color of the month, but it's a great color for winter. But Something Borrowed kind of is a, it's a wedding thing, which is typically June, but it's going to be perfect for winter. So I'm going to lighten up that a little bit with some more water, and we're just going to go around the edge of the snowman. Just to give him a little bit of definition. And it's not working as well because there's a lot of water. And actually, It's kind of reactivating that black a little bit, which is not a bad thing. But I can tell I put wax there. So it's kind of pooling a little bit. So we're just kind of, oops. Put a little bit up by his face. So it's mostly just reactivating the black. Just kind of giving it some gray tones. Just like that. So you could keep going. You could do some of the trees. You could do the dirt. You could do the sled and the sled runners, but I don't think we're going to go that far. So let me wipe this off. And let's see how these adhesive things are going to work. You could do his cute little nose. You could do his hat. And you could probably come back in and do that after you put the window pane down too. If you felt like it needed some color. I should have, I don't know if you can see here, if you do yours, you might want to pull your transfer up a little more because I have that gap right there that looks kind of weird. So I have to go in with some black paste and fix that. Okay, so let's get our little adhesive thingies out. I think I'm going to cut them in half. Just because they're a bit wide for these pieces. If you feel more comfortable using glue, you could probably do that. Then gonna get the backing off. Okay, whoops, sorry, I slammed that down. I'm going to turn it around toward me. So you just kind of want to even up the edges. Do this piece. You could even add glitter, would be really cute on the lake. You would need to add that while your paste is still wet. That would be really pretty. Oops. I think I would prefer glue just because it raises It almost has too much dimension. So it's not flush with this already existing piece. But so Ashley, have you started on any Christmas pens yet? Do you have any of those in any Christmas pen ideas that you're working on? I need to check out your Etsy page. Oops. My thumb's stuck. Oh, couldn't get my thumb off of that one. It's so sticky. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so we have the middle piece or the outside pieces. Okay. Add these. Ashley says she has some snowflakes and a Grinch loaded up in your shop working on Christmas Snoopy. Cricut is not wanting to print the images, so you're trying to figure out Canva. I love Canva. If you need help, holler at me and I'll give it a whirl. I got to start using it more because I got the dreaded publisher will be phasing out October 2026. I'm so sad. In a lot of ways, Canva is better than publisher, but I've used publisher so much that you'll get it figured out. And if not, holler at me and I can try to help you. Did you ever try the Silhouette Design Studio? Phone battery is dying. Okay. Let's get these last two pieces loaded. I don't know if that's centered very well, but just use them all up. We'll have to check out your store, Etsy store, and see what you got. Okay. I wonder. I'm still gonna. I need to fill that in somehow. I'll have to get a Posca marker or something. I don't have one nearby. Okay, no. Anyway, we're done. Super cute. Look at the cute little window scene. So fun. Okie doke. Let me switch up this. Oops, got off center. So there is our, oops. Cute little, I haven't figured it out yet. Our cute little window scene. There, if I move it back this way, that's better. Super fun. Be really pretty all colored in. Ashley says she did, but she lost it when you dropped your computer and you haven't reinstalled it yet. And she says, that's so cute. Thank you. Be cute with some twine or some jingle bells tied to it. But yeah, that's super fun. I love it. And I love this new MDF surfaces. It's a lot like the Chalk Spot surfaces. Super affordable, super easy to use. They paint really well. Super affordable. Okie doke. So I do have the link to, and it does have hang things on the back. There are 2D hang tags on the back. So it's all ready to hang. I do have the links for signing up for Club Couture in the description of the video. Also, if you're interested in the Perks program, check that out. That is a $20 crafty, pretty much a crafty Costco membership to Chalk Couture. And then you get that $20 back in a product credit that you can use every month. And then you can also shop at 30% off all of the time, 30% off of retail pricing. And anytime there's typically any time that there's a promotion, that promotion is applied after your Perks membership discount. So you're going to be saving even more. And then if you're a Perks member and you sign up to be a Club Couture member, then that's 30% off of your Club Couture membership pricing. So definitely check that out. If you purchase on a monthly basis or frequently, or if your wish list is way bigger than your wallet, that is a great way to get product at a reduced cost. Okie doke. With that, I'm going to sign off for the evening. I will be live again on Wednesday, and I thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching.